With you and welcome to Spiritual Court. Come on in. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, what's good? Let's dive into this general energy check that is hot off the spiritual ethereal news press. Shout out to the creator, source of all things, above every single God in the earth and in the heavens, and even beyond that, by way of the galaxy, who deserves all of the sovereignty by way of divinity. Yes, let us be influenced by the creator of all things. Listen, I heard you're giving your ops no options. They're all out of options. They're a little obnoxious, okay? So they keep going. They keep trying to get to your energy. Inferior lifestyle in the reverse. My nose is itching already. That means that the truth is here. My third eye is on fleek. What I'm saying is true, so says ancestral spirituality. Inferior lifestyle. This is somebody who's faking the funk. For people that want them to be fake, they're faking for those people. This is a people pleaser. Whenever you present your life in a way that you give more of a damn about how somebody sees you, how you're living, how you're dressing, what you're doing, more than you do for yourself, I promise you, you'll always be a slave to other people's attention and or intentions towards you. Something like that. Inferior lifestyle. This says untrustworthy. Now, inferior lifestyle could be beyond the immediate by way of materials. Inferior lifestyle could be spiritually too. Okay. Spiritual rank, low quality, a fraud, a fraudulent person, a knockoff. That's what the card says. This says justice prevails. Okay. So something's being balanced out in the ethers for you. Wrongs have been corrected. If there were lies about you being told, 9 times out of 10, there's 100% chance that you didn't give a damn. So the universe took care of it for you. You've been vindicated. I love a good lie, floating throughout the ethers. I love gossip when I'm not involved because I know that at some point things get exposed and the truth always prevails. When you're walking in the truth, you never have to address these things. The reason why I love a good gossip, accusatory energy is because it's interesting to watch people set themselves up based on the lies that they've told. They usually stutter a lot, they're coughing, they're fidgety, they're antsy, they're really doing their best to switch up the narrative of the story. Now, for people that never admit the lies that they've told, they're the most dangerous. They are usually the people that have lied once, they will lie again, and they're committed to it. So they will continue to lie because they are liars, right? That's what they're here to do. You're coming out as a shaman, somebody that's a healer, okay? So let's just put that there. Let's dive into this energy. I did have some other cards that I wanted to use, but maybe I will choose. We'll use those on the next reading, okay? We got a lot of readings coming up, so please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll know when I upload court cases here to Spiritual Court TV. Without further ado, you've been vindicated as a shaman, a healer, a very supernatural person, a unworldly being. So you're not from this world, but you're from a world that these people can't understand, somewhere they can't travel to. Okay. Yeah, look, you're coming out as world. Somebody that is not from this realm, but you're a visitor. Yeah, you're like a stranger in the town. That's what I just heard. I'm like a stranger in your town. Once in a while, I'll come around. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. So you could have come here to just balance the energy out, to right the wrongs in the world, to set the right intention, divine intervention. This is what you represent. This is who you are. You are coming out as the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune still is giving me like otherworldly being in a human form, something like that, honey. You got the ace of cups. You came with the cup. You came with the cup that is overflowing. In this cup, there could be knowledge, there could be kindness, genuine efforts, and somebody turned down your friendship and now they're under judgment. So you could have come in with a lot of love, a lot of peace, harmony, wanting to teach whatever this is that you are here to teach and or show humanity by way of being humans and humans and womans and whatever the case. You're a shaman, a sha woman, a person that is a healer. You have a lot of ancient secrets and you're here to help people. These people are under judgment. Okay, so somebody said that you weren't this person. Maybe they were in this accusatory energy saying that you were the one that was living the inferior lifestyle. Okay, somebody didn't want to believe what it was that you were saying, but they didn't know that they just needed to know. Somebody had no knowledge of self. Clarify. Somebody said that you were inferior, you weren't this healer, or something like that. It's a tower. The lies have been exposed. So you got the tower's energy. Great expectations. This is what I just heard, to take you so far down the spiritual totem pole, of which they could never have done. You walk this earth with too much knowledge of self and things in and outside of this realm and other realms. You got too much knowledge to bow down to this energy. You could never lay down, bow down, or be put down. This is what they wanted. In all truth and reality, the Ace of Pentacles. But I'm also picking up on this energy of people that couldn't process that. It's almost like they didn't know what you were. So somebody just lied about it. Well, the scales are being balanced. Big Mayat energy. What's good, Mayat? What's good, Sekhmet? What's good, Anubis? What's good, Ra? Oh, yeah. What is going on? Big Shango energy, fire god, thunder god. Somebody could be a thunder angel, somebody that brings down the thunder, brings down the rain, something like that. Spiritually, if we look at it from those elements, you bring judgment, justice. And because you are so fair, you walk with the Ace of Cups, is saying, here, drink and know thyself. Drink. Water represents memory. Water represents flow. Okay. How this world was supposed to be. You've come to set the record straight. So whatever this minuscule, very small, tedious, seemingly petty intrigue of a battle was, you really don't have time for that. You're not here for that. That's not your mission. Okay. Somebody wanted you to engage in some type of spiritual warfare and defend yourself up against an inferior lifestyle when this was never your lifestyle. The Tower and the Eight of Swords. You might live a life very set apart. Maybe these people feel like you're peculiar. So it's like, people fear what it is that they don't understand. The Sun. Oh, yeah, you got a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. You're a big deal here, okay? The Tower and the Eight of Swords is like spiritual jail, justice prevailing. Somebody could actually be going to jail in the 3D realm, okay? Whatever that means for somebody. But then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is slow and steady. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. It represents patience, slow and steady. You were peaceful with these people. You came with a peaceful offering. You said, come here, let me show you what this is all about, this thing we call life. And somebody says, we don't want that. We're going to break you down. So they told a lie. They said that you were of some type of inferior faith. Wow. They tried to make you like you were some low vibrational being. Yeah, you're coming to bring balance. This is your purpose. Your purpose is to bring balance, peace, and harmony. Shamanic energy. Oh, this is crazy. The Chariot. Yeah, this is forward movement. Eight of Cups. You're on a journey. That's exactly what you're on. Yeah, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Somebody was off to see the wizard and didn't know that you were the wizard. You are the shaman. You are the healer. You are the one that creator sent. Eight of Cups. You're just on your journey. You're just moving through the Chariot. It's like saying, excuse me, I need to get through here. And somebody said, no, we're going to get you. Okay. And they were really angry about the fact that they weren't able to get ill. Clarify justice prevails. You know who you are. Yeah, look, I can't make this up. You come bearing knowledge, the Ten of Pentacles, so that people can live life more abundantly. So, whatever is wrong in this earth, you came to make it right. You come to bring balance. The sun is the most radiant energy, it gives you vitality. Some of these people have vitamin D deficiency. They can't expose themselves to the sun because it's going to expose all their dark deeds, man. Oh, man. Ten of Pentacles is like abundance, peace, tranquility, prosperity for you and for all. So you kept it pushing and you walked away and they talked about you. The Page of Wands, somebody absolutely tried to follow you, stalk you. Page of Wands is like trying to get information on you. Somebody could have gone and gotten some type of divination to find out what lineage are you from? Who are you? Where do you come from? You're coming up as the high priestess, a keeper of secrets and knowledge. Okay. So, yeah, in the Four of Wands, look, the galaxy is celebrating you because of your accomplishments here in this world. So you knew that these were very small, I just heard spiritual minions, people who like to keep up confusion. They like to stir the pot. And they can only do this when they get people to come along with them. This is this kind of person. Yeah. Somebody wanted clout amongst a group that wasn't worth anything, people that weren't worth getting clout from. So they kind of enjoy their little group, and people looking at them. It's a people pleaser that needs to please people. It's that kind of, I don't know. Get it out. It's that kind of energy. The Ace of Cups. Somebody could be stuttering on the stand. Oh my God. Why did that come out like that, Spirit? Because you're standing in your power. You are a shaman. You are a healer. You are that one. Now everybody's watching. Seven of Wands. Look at the Seven of Wands. Adversity. You have this advantageous position in your masculine and feminine energy. Somebody wanted you to bow down. Notice the way the feminine is holding on to the masculine's leg as if she is a damsel in distress. This picture is an illusion. It is a lie. Somebody wanted you to be up against things that you knew nothing about, but in fact, you have knowledge. You're all knowing. Whoa, Three of Wands. How many times you've been here? I just heard I created this shit. So these are your raggedy bastard ass children that you created that you wanted to get rid of. So you came back to give them another opportunity. You went amongst them and they knew you not. They still don't know. They have no knowledge of who the creator is. So you had to walk away. The Chariot, Eight of Cups. You said, I'm just passing through. I offered you the Ace of Cups. I offered you the Ten of Pentacles. I offered you enlightenment, but still you insisted on lying because you're too busy seeking favor with the gods and favor with men. Somebody could worship a lot of gods. They could work with a lot of gods and deities. Okay. But you are creator in the earth. That's what I just heard. You're just on a journey passing through the fool's energy. So these people ran in the opposite direction. When you were moving towards them to bring them knowledge, somebody didn't like the way that you were presenting this knowledge to them. Now, listen, remember, you're coming in the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is slow, steady, patient, brotherly kindness, balance, temperance, heavenly virtues, okay? Very, very kind and calm spirit. And in the middle of this calm, these people went to attack you and they created a tower. And now they're trying to figure out how is it that they ended up in a tower? Because you're so nice. This was supposed to be easy. We're going to lay you down and lay you out. You said, calm down. I didn't come here for all of that. I'm not even here for all that. This is what you told them. You said, I'm just here to bring peace. Okay, if you don't want to bring peace to this world, then my peace, my cup shall return unto me, but I will have to go now. Chariot and the Eight of Cups is you moving forward. And again, the blessing is with you. The sun is with you. Strength is with you. Two of Pentacles is with you. The Wheel of Fortune is with you. You came to tell people, hey, listen, I know the way. Somebody didn't like that. Envy is a horrible thing to get wrapped up in. Jealousy is a nasty energy to sit with and allow to penetrate your sphincter. It's horrible. You shouldn't do that. That's my advice, but we all have free will. Whoever you are, you're very wise, okay? You're very patient. You're some form of an ascended master. You've ascended beyond the gods. You are with source. This is what people fail to realize. Source and the gods are two completely different energies. Because you have the most high gods, and then you have source. Source is like, it's source keeps the lights on. Source keeps the sun generated, so we don't die out on the planet as these human bodies as human beings. Okay. It's like that. So you told these people I know the way. They didn't believe you. They believed somebody else and instead they attacked you. Okay. They said that you were living an inferior lifestyle, that you were basically fake, and that you were a fraud. Court case one in spiritual court, the hermit energy, you're coming very innocent. Hermit energy represents somebody who's wise, okay? At a time that these people expected for you to speak about something, whatever that was, or defend yourself up against these lies, instead you went silent. I just heard a wise man, a wise woman once went silent and said absolutely nothing because you know what you're here to do. Wow. Confidence. The Seven of Cups, yeah, they were projecting illusions out, trying to figure out, because somebody couldn't figure you out, they just created a narrative and they found people to believe it because these people are in the dark. They couldn't see this light, and so you just continued on because there's other people that you need to encounter. Yeah, that's what I just heard. I can't stay here with y'all. I got to go make friends in other places. Two of Cups. Look, people are looking in the cup. The Ace of Cups, what's in that cup? Well, it's knowledge. It's the way. It's back to source. Oh, okay. Two of Cups. Look at that medical symbol in the back. Can y'all see it? The Kundalini there. The serpent is about ascension and Kundalini awakening. Pharmakita is what they say, but really, figuratively, it represents the Kundalini awakening. It represents the spine. It represents ascending up and not down, is what that represents. Hence the fact that it goes up. And whoever this person is, they had people that were believing them. You got the King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. King of Wands in the reverse is somebody who's very controlling. They're insecure. They're jealous. They are a jealous God. Literally. This is somebody that looks for people to worship them. They want to be other people's God. And so they found a group of people who agree with them. Okay. Very nasty energy, and this person couldn't dominate your energy, and they ended up in judgment in the reverse. So they casted the first stone. They passed judgment on you. They told people that you were this, and this. People worshiped this person. They trusted this person. They did not believe that this person had any reason to tell a lie. Now this person's in judgment in the reverse, meaning their judgment is coming from a place that they knew nothing about. Not only that, they're being judged in the earth, like in the underworld. They're being judged by the spirit realm. They're being judged by the demons, literally, y'all. Because whoever you are, you came to set the captives free. You came with deliverance. You came with, it's like, you came to set the captives free. You sure did. And so now they're pissed at this person because they're saying, hey, this was our opportunity to get up out of this place. Why did you lie to us about this healer? You lied. You lied about a healer? You lied about a healer? A Hierophant. Healer, teacher, as above, so below. You understand the laws. You're actually somebody that co-created the laws, spiritual laws, which means you have this authority to revamp these spiritual laws of the land and in the heavens. This was granted to you by the creator. Somebody didn't like that. They never needed to like it. It didn't matter. This is your authority. This is something that you came with. You went amongst these people and they knew you not. Whoa. But did they really want to know? They said that you were inferior, of an inferior lifestyle. Look, you came. Look at the way that cup is coming from the heavens with water overflowing. It's like saying, I'm giving you love, I'm giving you peace, I'm giving you water. If you are thirsty here, come and drink. This is a gift from Creator. And child, somebody tried to destroy it, Lord, and took a whole bunch of people down with them. Seven of Cups created some form of an illusion. And now these people are in the Nine of Swords because they followed their God. This is the God that they serve. This is a jealous God. This is the kind of God that if you go against them and you're disobedient, or if you don't believe what they say, this person will unalive you. This is a very violent, evil God. Somebody could also be using religion to control a group of people as well. The Ten of Cups, look, you came to bring life. You even looked at this battle and said, like, I wish I could stay here with y'all and help y'all figure this out. But I know the intentions that I came with are pure and I gotta go. Eight of Cups in the Chariot. That's a part of my contract with the Creator. I can't stay here and unpack these illusions. You've already chosen a side, the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords and the King of Wands. You've chosen the God that you want to serve, which is some raggedy ass man that's a jealous God. I keep hearing abusing religion. Okay, somebody could be using religion. Yeah, look, the Emperor's energy. So you got Emperor energy. Emperor is a leader. Okay. King of Cups energy. Look at how you're coming out. You got the King of Cups and you got the Emperor's energy. This is somebody held in high honor. This could have been the way that this King of Wands in the reverse was presenting themselves to this group of people that they told you were evil or whatever this was, creating this illusion to these people. This person has a lot of respect amongst people who are asleep. This is the God that they serve. And he's very jealous. And he didn't like the fact that you were passing through, awakening these people to their own power, and the fact that he really doesn't have any power if they all start to believe in themselves. And so he waged some type of war against a teacher, a healer. Five of Wands, child. What a horrible thing to do. Somebody thought that doing this would stop your mission, but instead it brought them into judgment in the reverse. They passed judgment on you, so now judgment is on them, but it's a non-negotiable judgment. They can't get away from it. All the wrongs have been corrected. Yeah, I can't make this up. Wow. What an interesting thing. You got the Three of Cups. Your celebrations will go on. Somebody thought that their word was law, that if they said these things about you, somehow they would forfeit your mission. They would forfeit your mission. They would cut your purpose down or stop what it is that you've come to do. You just kept it pushing. The Chariot and the Eight of Cups. You left these people to believe whatever they felt they wanted to believe. It was only a reflection of who they were. And this man is a reflection of them as well. They're all in the bed with the devil, and it's the King of Wands in the reverse, who presents themselves to be the Emperor, a leader, and a King of Cups with the Five of Wands. Now they're angry. These people are fighting things that they know nothing about. They're fighting spirits, y'all. Okay, very dark energy. Nine of Swords and a Seven of Cups. Suicidal thoughts, basically. This could also be this King of Wands in the reverse. This person always fell from grace. They had fallen from grace a long time ago. They just found people who they convinced and tricked, okay, to go along with them, basically. Okay. Always encourage people, hey, think for yourself. Five of Cups. It's a grieving, it's a casket sharp energy. It's the dead has arisen type ass energy. So these people are no longer asleep because everything that this person said was a lie. It wasn't valid. Now, did this King of Wands know who this Hierophant was? Oh, Six of Cups. It's an ancient battle. You've been whooping this person's ass every lifetime. Six of Cups. So every lifetime, this person knew who you were. Every time you come into the earth, every time you arrive, this person is like, it's you. It's giving that kind of energy, it's a familiar spirit energy, but you're a kindred spirit where somebody is familiar with how you've done them in previous lifetimes. Six of Cups, this is an ancient ass battle. Whoa. Somebody could have been your brother in a previous life, a sister, a mother. Whoever they needed to be to you, they made sure they signed up for it because they've tried to take you down every single lifetime and they end up like this. The trick of the enemy is they forget their knowledge. trying to make you forget yours. Whoa. Four of Wands. You're in this celebratory energy. Celebrations, community, Ace of Cups, teacher energy, Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups in the reverse. This person is ingenuine. They're angry. They still want to win at all costs. They still want to keep going. And the people around them are looking at you like, I thought you said this person was evil. How's this person in the Nine of Cups? Why are they so happy? Why are they being blessed? Why do they have all this favor? Where is it coming from? You convinced us, you told us that this person was evil. Nine of Swords. A lot of these people don't sleep in the night. I don't know what they're doing. Are the spirits keeping them up? Five of Cups, graveyard, spirits, the dead. Clarify this King of Wands in the reverse. The Magician, yeah, somebody was doing magic. Some type of mind control magic, illusionary magic. The Magician, the Master Illusionist. Masters obey your slaves. I meant to say slaves obey your masters. Yeah, Ace of Swords, you came with too much truth and you really disrupt this person and the people that they had under control. Okay, this is really what this is about. So somebody convinced these people to try to take you out. You got the Ace of Swords and you got the High Priestess. Whoa, that's deep. Hold on, y'all. So basically, in a nutshell, this King of Wands in the reverse convinced a lot of people. I mean, a lot. You talk about a trickster energy, a trickster god, but he's just that. He's a god, okay? That they worship, that they look up to, that they look to for advice because he controls all of them. These people don't really have a voice of their own, but I heard the dead has arisen. So they could have awakened to the fact that this person tricked them and fooled them. Now they're all under judgment. It can't be negotiated. It's in the reverse. Somebody literally basically attacked somebody that's source sent, not God, but source. Original thought, the one that thought, if to say they are the one, omnipresent, omniscient, okay? Everything in creation. Somebody that the creator sent. There's a difference. Ancestral spirituality. Something about the judgment of the bloodline. So you could have come to bring some type of balance, peace, and harmony to the bloodlines, tormented bloodlines, and these people missed an opportunity. Ancestral protection, yeah, you're like passing through. I see you as a traveler, okay? You're given like this gypsy spirit, but you're really not. You're just who you are, which is a beautiful example of the kindness and generosity that source wants to be in this world, because that is now and has always been the intention for the world until people got confused about what this world was really supposed to be. So now that you've come to end the world and there's a new world by way of order, these people don't know what to do. Yeah, look, you are a friend indeed. Judgment. Wow. Somebody says, I see your soul shining through. Wow. These people see you now. Whoa, this is deep. So now they have to figure out what's going to happen to this group, the Four of Wands. Some of these people have been believing lies for so long that it's difficult to wake up. You came to bring peace and balance to every ancestral bloodline in this earth, and you're not the only one. There's many walking the earth. The Six of Cups. Yeah, you've come to right the wrongs, basically. And for those people that did not want to do that, I feel like they didn't want to do that. I mean, what more can we say? Temperance in the reverse. Fallen angels, fallen from grace, not interested in source. Love being their own God. Love worshiping the gods of this world and the gods at their altars and all of that. And now they're sitting up looking crazy. The Five of Cups. I can't make this up. Grieving over this King of Wands in the reverse, who they made their God. You got the King of Wands in the reverse, the Five of Cups and Temperance in the reverse, and you got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody is unstable. They can't balance this out. They can't figure it out. They basically attacked source, a chosen one that has this authority. Some people don't like that. You are who you are. I am who I am. There's nothing that can change it. And somebody wanted you to change. 10 of Wands in the reverse, that's a lot of spiritual warfare. That's a lot of fire. Wands represents fire. That's what I just heard. 10 of Wands in the reverse, the burdens that they wanted you to carry, this false narrative about who you were, who you are, who you've always been in your lifetime, your purpose, your destiny, has now somehow ended up right back in their lap. And now somebody has egg on their face. Clarify what's going on. These people are really angry with this person. Yeah, because a lot of them are going to die. But my thing is, when you put your trust in this person, you were already living dead. You were never thinking for yourself. When you allow somebody to convince you that somebody is evil and you don't decide to do your own work, and this person is coming in the 2 of Cups as a friend to creator, to create peace and balance. I mean, you were already dead. You just didn't know it. Never put your faith in somebody else, and definitely don't put your faith in God. Your faith has already been created with source, of which you should have a direct connection. You don't need the middleman. How many false prophets are falling asunder? Somebody was using religion. Somebody was using the Bible, the lies out of the Bible. Child, this is a mess. To get people to collaborate, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now these people are coming to the realization that this was a horrible idea. I just heard it's time to pay the piper. The Empress in the reverse. Oh, it's too much going on. You got dirty women, dirty men. They all are just kind of marrying one another, and they're all being controlled. Yeah, justice prevails. The scales. Whoa. The scales have balance. They said you were a woman of indecency. A woman of ill repute, a man who knows no decency and bounds, is a man that is drowning, a man that is dead, a man that is not of God. You're absolutely right. They're not of God. They're of source, the main source, the only source that created these gods that need to go. We got to clear it up. We came to clear up these mistakes. That's basically what we came back to do. Like, get this shit up out of here. Like, we've given y'all too much time. Y'all just down here running like fools. Still, since the beginning of time as you know it, and there is no beginning or end, like, you still, no, it's a no. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's an uprooting. It's a removal type of an energy. 4 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands. Somebody sent a whole bunch of people up against you. A whole bunch of dead men walking. 6 of Cups in the reverse. These people been here a long time. Ancient, old, just dead. Retrograde. What is that? Look, they've been here a long time. 6 of Cups in the reverse in the world. They've been here a long time. Just circling back and looping back and look, believing in reincarnation. I'm gonna come back again, and I'm gonna. Why? There's so many other things outside of this world. Once you see a shaman, a prophet, somebody that comes with a, true divine message from source, and you test their spirit and they still come out to be who the creator says that they are, and then you still keep going after them, you might as well just expect that your fate has been sealed. To say that you are going to die would honestly be kind of like an insult to injury. You're already dead. You're not living life. You spent your days too busy trying to attack somebody. That's not living. That's not life. That's not real. You spent your days worshiping this person because you thought this warlock and this witch had a lot of power. But in reality, if you pull your energy back, or you focus in on yourself, or you go towards source, you don't need the middleman. Then they fall. They don't really have any power if people don't believe in them. And it looks like people are not believing in them, but it could very well be too late. Whatever these people did, they're bound to it. They put their signature on it. There was an opportunity for them to go that way, and instead they went the wrong way. 6 of Cups in the reverse, it's like spin the block energy. They want to come back. They want to keep coming back. Instead of going in towards this enlightenment, it doesn't make any sense. The path is illuminated. I mean, you really can't miss it unless you really want to. Somebody saw the path, they saw the light. They're like, oh, let's go that way. Somebody's like, no, that's a trick. Okay, well, maybe it's a trick. Somebody's been under this foolish illusion for so long that they thought that this shaman was fooling them. King of Cups energy. I can't make this up. This is the love of the creator. Father, mother, son. Whoa, come through, Holy Spirit. Come through, Holy Spirit. Yeah, Page of Cups and a Four of Cups. So a lot of people in this group that are waking up, they're seeing it with their own eyes. Somebody can't keep lying to them when they keep saying that you're in the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. It's like at some point they're like, well, wait a minute. This person is having a really good freaking life, man. Things seem to be flowing quite nicely for them. What do you have us doing? But how long did it take for them to realize that? Inferior lifestyle is low vibrational frequencies committed to being low vibrational, even when the proof is in the pudding and you see that the person is not who somebody is saying that they are. You got to get it together. Who do you believe? Who do you say that the great I am is, source of all things? Who do you know that this source is? Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. These people want to apologize. It's only because they missed an opportunity to prove that you weren't a shaman. Wow. I feel like whoever you are, you're just not interested. You don't have time for half-ass apologies and all of that. You're coming out as the alchemist, the magician. You're coming out as somebody that's come to change the world, and you are. Yeah, look. Six of Wands in the reverse. It seems as though these people keep jumping up to get beat down. They keep doing the same old thing. That's when you know you're in danger. When you keep doing the same thing and your life is just going bad and people are getting sick and people are like literally dropping and going crazy and suicidal, but you keep going back, that just don't make no sense. Child, somebody is running to the church, which is really the synagogue of Satan. Look, hello, strength in the reverse. You still ain't figured it out? You still don't have a victory over your own heart? Who's holding your heart? Who's pulling the strings on your heart? And who are you pleasing other than yourself and the creator based on what you've come to do? Some of these people have been here so long, they don't even know what they're here to do. They don't know. At first, they thought that getting things, money, power was the pursuit of happiness. They found that and then realized, okay, that was a trick. That was temporary. And then you have a shaman coming in and they command the Ten of Pentacles to come forth, and it does. And they're like, what kind of man, what kind of woman is this? Oh, you're an alien. Okay, call it what you want. We've been called other things. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that this world needs to be cleaned up. And if discarding of these people who've been here for far too long, running amok, convincing people to turn their backs on source, then so shall it be. Eliminate you, we will. Because when the prophet came through, when the real prophetess came through, you tried to stone the person to death, man. Until you realized you couldn't unalive them, siphon them, bury them in the grave, whatever this is, until you realized that that wasn't possible. And even when you realized it wasn't possible, you went back and did it again. Six of Wands in the reverse and strength in the reverse, you're going to have to choose a struggle. Somebody got too many struggles going on. How can one be victorious and you already starting out with whatever you're trying to start out by way of attacking an innocent person in a struggle? These are ignorant children. They can't even show up in spiritual court as a page of pentacles. Instead, they are a page of pentacles in the reverse. These are children that have been discarded. They were the mistake in the matrix. They don't resonate with creator at all. To sit up and talk to them would literally be casting all your good knowledge on people who choose to be pigs and swine. I want to say this concludes the message, but I feel like something else is going to happen after this. Whatever it is all for educational purposes. I'm just really glad to be here amongst the collective, to be a part of this great awakening as the new world is now getting into order properly by way of source. Okay? I love y'all. I do. You are the reason. You are the reason that I come here. You are the reason that I pour all this love out. Shout out to all the Bible thumping witches that come into the comments. Y'all are my favorites. Y'all are funny because you really just are a good example of what it looks like to use religion as a form of witchcraft and mind control. It's beautiful. We need examples like that. They're my favorite ones. They like to type things in the comments and they're hoping that it sticks and then the shit backfires and then they come back to see is it working and they go back into it again. And it's hard to watch people, honestly, all jokes aside, run into the same brick wall over and 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 over again. When the truth is right there, straight away, you got people zigzagging, dipping around, cutting around, doing this, doing that. It's straight away. It's right there. It's right there. Source, straight away. The yellow brick road. It's illuminated. You can't miss it unless you're choosing to miss it. And for that, we should all be held accountable for our choices, our own free will. So shall it be, and it is. I love you, Collective. Thank you for allowing me to go on that last little bit of a tangent. I'll be back with more readings. Meet me here, okay? Love you. Peace be with you.